I am Michelle,
And I'm Isaiah.
and this is Shifting Veils, where we talk about the unexplained, possibly paranormal, and always strange.
In this week's episode, we are going to discuss the history and origins of the Hellhound. And if you like that sort of stuff, maybe give us a like, share, and follow. And don't forget, if you have your own spooky story, send us an email. We may feature your story in a future episode.
The origin of hellhounds is a rich tapestry woven from ancient mythologies, folklore, and evolving religious ideas. The concept arises in multiple cultures across time.
Stories of Hellhound legends stretch across continents and cultures, often appearing as shadowy harbingers of death, protectors of sacred ground, or omens of misfortune. The Black Shuck from eastern Anglia is perhaps one of the more famous European examples, but is far from alone. There are some with identifiable origins and those that seem born from timeless darkness. In northern England there is the Barghest, a monstrous black dog with glowing eyes said to foretell death. Some legends tie it to Norse mythology or to shapeshifters. The Barghest may appear in graveyards or at the threshold of a dying person's home.
In Japan, they have Okori Inu. I hope I said that properly. Translating to escort dog. This spirit dog follows travelers through the mountains. If they stumble, it attacks, unless they quickly apologize. It's half protective, half predatory. That's messed up. So if you fall down, it's going to bite you. They are hellhounds of the wild hunt. There are hellhounds of the wild hunt and American phantom dogs, both of which seem to have no known origin, only a presence that has always been.
In this story of Cerberus, before the first grave was ever dug, before men feared the silence of the tomb, the gods made a realm for the dead, and to seal it from the living, they gave it a gate no soul should cross again. But even a gate needs a guardian, and the underworld requires something more. It was the mother of monsters who carried him to term. The skies burned red, the night she birthed him, deep in a cave where the rivers flowed with fire and bone.
His father was Typhon, who was too vast to witness the birth. His breath stirred mountains, and his voice cracked heavens. But when he heard his son's first howl, he smiled, if such a thing is possible for a god who drips poison from every eye. The child emerged with 3 heads, all howling at once, each with a hunger that could not be filled. One craved flesh, one craved souls, the last craved silence. His body was vast and slick with ichor. His tail, a serpent, hissed and writhed like it had a mind of its own. His fur was coarse, blacker than the space between stars. From his back sprouted snakes, wriggling and tasting the air like a crown of living death.
They named him Cerberus, which in the old tongue means a demon of the pit. The gods feared what he might become. Zeus wanted him destroyed, but Hades, god of the underworld, came in shadow and smoke and claimed the beast. He is mine, Hades said, his voice like stones grinding in a crypt. I will teach him purpose. And so Cerberus was taken below, down past the roots of the world, through the caverns where the souls of the unburied screamed without names. He was chained before the gates of death, not as a prisoner, but as a sentinel.
At first he fought the chains. He bit at ghosts and swallowed them whole. He slept with 1 head and woke with 2, but slowly he came to understand his role. He was not made to kill. He was not made to devour. He was made to wait. The living came from time to time. Heroes, fools, the desperate. Some came with swords, others with songs. Some wept and begged to pass. Others came cloaked in magic or arrogance.
Cerberus judged them all. He could smell regret, see lies, shimmering like heat on their skin. One head would growl, the next would bare its teeth, the third would stare into their soul. If he found them wanting, he lunged. If they came with kindness, or courage, or cleverness, he sometimes let them through. But only once. No one passes him twice.
They say his 3 heads see 3 truths: what you have done, what you hide, and what awaits you when your last breath falls from your lips. He is not evil, he is not kind, he is the price. Even now, deep beneath the earth, he waits by the river Styx. The dead shuffle past him, trembling. Some reach out to pet him, forgetting that he's not a dog. Not anymore. For those who try never reach the next shore. But if you listen in the night, sometimes when death is near, you'll hear the faint echo of three howls, braided into one voice. A voice louder than the world, a voice that knows you, a voice that waits. Cerberus, the hound that guards the edge of forever.
While Cerberus is the first named hellhound in classical mythology, when asking the question, is he the origin story for all hellhounds? The answer is yes and no. It all depends on how we define hellhound and how far back we go in mythic time. Hellhound-like figures appear in Indo-European, Mesopotamian, Egyptian, and shamanic traditions before or parallel to Greek myth. Norse mythology has Garmr, who guards Hell's gates and fights at Ragnarok. Ancient Egypt has Anubis's jackals, who guided souls and guarded tombs and may predate Cerberus by a millennium or more. The four-eyed dogs of Yama in early Vedic texts of India are guides of the dead, which some scholars consider proto-hellhounds. In Mesopotamia, the demon Galu, spirits and hounds of Ereshkigal,
Mm-hmm.
share resemblances to Cerberus's underworld gatekeeping. These mythologies didn't all evolve from one another. They sometimes developed in parallel, pointing to a deeper primal archetype. The dog as guardian of the dead is ancient and nearly universal.
So where does that leave Cerberus? Think of Cerberus as the first hellhound to be given a face, a name, and a personality, thanks to the Greeks' literary influence. He is not the oldest concept of a death hound. He's a crystallization of something older, a universal fear of death given shape through a loyal yet terrifying beast. So what are hellhounds really? Guardians of the underworld, omens of death, or echoes of ancient fears passed down through firelight stories and midnight whispers? From the blackened roads of rural England to the burning gates of mythological underworlds, these spectral beasts have stalked the edges of folklore for centuries, eyes glowing, breath steaming, claws ready. Whether there's Cerberus guarding Hades or the Black Shuck racing along windswept cliffs, one thing is clear: hellhounds were never meant to be tamed. Thanks for venturing into the darkness with us. If you've ever had a run-in with something that left you chilled to the bone, send us your story. We're always listening. Until next time, keep your lantern lit, your footsteps light, and don't look back if you hear paws in the dark. Because some legends, they bite.